Let's bring in Scott Bauer, who's got a trade idea connected to the company. All right, Scott, you a believer in this Dash comeback story?
I'm a little bit skeptical, to be honest with you. But that being said, the option volatility, implied volatility in Dash is incredibly, incredibly cheap, which makes it, a good situation to be able to do something here and not have to have a big outlay of money for a position. So that's what I'm doing here. And I'm looking at a very mild, safe position, if you will. If the trend continues to the upside, great. In fact, one thing that I didn't know, Oliver, did you know that Dash makes deliveries for other, for non-restaurant companies? We had a delivery come from Macy's yesterday.
Oh, wow.
That was delivered by Dash. It was crazy. That being said, though, I don't love what I see in the charts, so I want to do something that doesn't cost me a lot of money. So I'm going to do a call butterfly spread. The October expiration, 230, 240, 250. What that means is, for those of you that don't understand what a butterfly is, what I'm doing is I'm basically buying the 230, 240 call spread and also at the same time selling the 240, 250 call spread. So it sets up in a 1 to 2 to 1 ratio. Best thing that can happen here, ideally, stock goes to 240 at October expiration. That's where this maxes out at $10. I can do this for $1. So I have a very, very inexpensive, very cheap upside position on, lasting about a month, and we'll see what happens here. I will tell the viewers, the listeners right now, the value of butterflies don't really change much on a day-to-day basis. They don't really change until one of two things happen. You get very close to kind of that middle strike, or you get closer to expiration. So this is something that I plan on having on for 2, 3, maybe even 4 weeks here.
Okay, so Scott, the ideal spot for this to be is where? Where do you want this trade by expiry?
Right at 240, right at the short strike here, right in the middle of those strikes. If it goes to 240 on October expiration, this thing maxes out at $10. That's the most this can ever be worth. I have $1 investment in it. You might even be able to get it in for a little bit less than that, but I have $1 investment in it. And again, I think this is just a very, very inexpensive way to play an upside move here that does offer pretty large returns.
Okay. And then, Scott, I know this is what you're explaining, but just to come back to the two different strikes that you're buying, right? Because you're selling the two strikes further out, but you've structured it, right, to instead of having 2 and 2, 2, 1 and 1. And then is that just by virtue of how much you're getting by or the price? So one of them looks cheaper. What's the value proposition there?
No, I'm buying that upside call, the 250 in this case, as my backstop. Because, Oliver, if I went into this and I bought the 230 but sold 2 of the 240 calls,
right,
that's bullish. That's bullish for a short move, for a quick move. But if this thing were to explode way beyond 240,
right,
I would actually be short an extra call unit, which I don't want to be. So by buying that 250 up above, that's kind of my backstop. That stops me out just in case this thing flies. So regardless, let's say the stock went to 300, 500,
okay.
It is, I could only lose my $1 investment.
I like that.
In this scenario.
Okay, so you've kind of got that stair-step profile,
exactly.
Right? Isn't that what it looks like?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And again, ideally, I've got 4 weeks or so in this trade. I'd love to see this thing anywhere around 240, but I make money here. I will make money at October expiration anywhere between 231 and 249. That range. If it's outside of that range, $1 is the most I can lose.
All right. And right now, the only thing between where we trade and that winning range for you is a single candle wick, basically, where Dash was going crazy back in February, and it had a print at like 256. Other than that, if you do it on a closing basis, right now at 223, we're at a record. So it looks like it's taken off from that perspective, which obviously you're looking for in the trade. Pretty amazing stuff here. DoorDash making highs.
The market loves that report, that upgrade this morning.
All right, thank you, Scott. Good stuff. The call butterfly. Appreciate the walkthrough of the trade. CEO of Prosper Trading Academy.